I think no matter what you're doing, whether it's within business or sport or anything that's challenging yourself in life, you're going to come up with these storm within our heads of negativity. And today I want to talk about setting up a nice strong mindset umbrella to help protect the core values and the things that are important to us that push us through and give us power through the day. I was having a conversation with my kids who play sport about how important it is to keep that strong mindset when you're walking onto the field, because you don't want to let the outside noise or the past traumas or that fear of making a mistake stop you from performing or feeling that joy and power from what you're trying to do. So if you haven't yet had a chance to download the Meaningful Values Guide, I recommend you do it. I'm going to put a link in the comments below. It's got a full list of values there which you can refer to and build up your own powerful menu here underneath your mindset umbrella. So to help us now tackle how do we protect this, we need to look at what sets it off. So we need to identify the triggers, and that's a who, a what, or a where. So who are the people around us that bring out that negative thoughts or are saying negative things or have that negative energy? You know, the ones that generally just are negative about everything. We want to try and identify who they are. We've got a what activity are we doing, or what is it that happens to us that triggers that as well? And a where, is there a particular place, a job, a sports field, something that triggers the self-doubts or the fear of failures or the limiting beliefs in us? So what we want to do then is we want to keep a little logbook, a little journal, and we want to write down when we're triggered. Is it a who, or what, or a where? And we want to write down what emotion that brought up. Because what we want to do is start identify what is causing us to break this mindset umbrella. We want to keep this firm and strong. And we can only change our patterns when we understand what's happening to us from there. So we want to identify those triggers, keep a detailed log that you can refer to help us change our patterns. The second part we want to do is we want to identify the myths that we create in our head. So it's the stories that we tell ourselves. Have you ever gone to do something and you spend 10 minutes, 20 minutes creating this story in your head about how it's going to go wrong, and this person's going to say that, and then I'm going to say this, and then it's going to fall apart? So we need to get control of the stories and the myths that we create in our heads. So the myth of I'm going to go out there, perform badly, I'm not going to be able to present properly, or I'm going to start this business and it's going to fail before I even get started. So we want to change the stories that we tell ourselves. We want to bring in the positivity and the strength of our mindset to change the stories, to get rid of these triggers and try and minimize. We're not going to get rid of it. It's impossible to remove that storm completely. It's always going to be there because it's human nature. It's who we are. But the idea is if we can set up some ways of tracking it and dealing with it, it gives us a bit of a formula to help control. So grab those values from down below, write them down, set up your own mindset umbrella, identify your triggers, change the stories that you're telling yourself. You are good enough, you can be successful, you're going to make it.